How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nathan Rory, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the HG40, the gun that is quote unquote unbuffable. Now, if you don't know, the HG40 is a supply drop weapon. You can only, if you don't know what that means, basically you can only get it in supply drops, and it's not exactly the greatest gun. I can't remember the clips out of it. I think it has a 40 clip size. I really should pay attention. But the damage, honestly, isn't exactly the best. It could be better. I think it might have been buffed in its damage, I think. But if you didn't know, there was a massive buff patch. There was just a massive Black Ops 3 update on the day I was filming, the day before I was filming this, which is the 21st of April, and basically that was a Vesper buff, a Weevil buff, a Razorback buff, and a nerf for every single SMG where all of their ADS times were nerfed. Now, honestly, it doesn't have much of an effect on me. I always use quick draw anyways, I will mainly use quick draw anyways, but it's just a bit of a random thing to do, to buff 3 SMGs but then nerf the lot again. Possibly cancelling out the buff, most probably not, but anyways, I go on. The HG40. So the HG40 is a good gun. It has pretty good range, it's similar to the Cuda. It's got an iron sight similar to the Cuda. It has a 32 mag size, I just really like that. But yeah, damage wise, it's a little bit weaker than the Cuda. Can't complain, just one more bullet to kill. With the right attachments, for example, I don't know, something like long barrel, reflex, rapid fire, extended mag, something like that. This gun can perform really well, but if you run the wrong attachments, this gun is just going to fuck people over, and I think that's why people call the gun unbuffable, is because simply they're using the wrong attachments. If they used like good attachments, then they would actually do well with the gun. If they run the wrong attachments, however, they're going to be stuck in a situation where they're feeling like the gun is unbuffable, you cannot make the gun better, because frankly, the only way they can make the gun better is by making it a god gun, and if you're making it a god gun, then that's going to support other haters' reasons to believe that Treyarch are making Call of Duty Black Ops 3 a pay-to-win game. If you don't know what pay-to-win is, basically, if you play Black Ops 3, you're going to know about the black market, the supply drops, and basically, pay-to-win means you're paying for supply drops to get the weapons, the new DLC weapons, the Carver, the Malice, the HG40, the NX Shadow Claws, all of that stuff. You'll know what I'm talking about. And those guns are supposed to be the best guns, they're better guns, which is why they're in supply drops. They're harder to obtain because they're better. This is not the case, simply because the RSA interdiction has to be pretty much above the shoulder to get the kills. The Malice is pretty much the Malice, the baseball bat, the fucking everything like that. All the melee weapons, they're literally just different looking combat knives, which is just like, they do the exact same damage, they do the exact same range, things like that. It's just dumb to people to spend so much money, so many COD points, to actually get these weapons, and making it pay to win basically means it will be, say you buy 2,000 COD points, and you get 3 or 4 weapons, it's going to say, oh, you're obviously paying to win because you're buying these weapons, you're going to have a better advantage. But frankly, the guns are just terrible. The HG40, I just got a lucky gameplay. I think I'm on like 18.9, something like that. But, yeah, if you use, it's basically, say you have an AK-47, one of the best guns in Call of Duty history, and you put it in the hands of a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old isn't going to do very well. However, if you have the AK-47 and you give it to someone like Scump, to Formal, to Crimsix, to Clayster, the gun is going to perform well, because they know how to use guns and know how to be good with guns like that. It's a complete difference to say. It's basically saying, if you're good, you're gonna do well with these guns. So if you're bad, there's really no point in you paying to get these guns, because there's no point in you buying them if you're absolutely wank, because it's not going to be pay to win. You're just going to do bad with them, and it's going to be basically wasted money there. It's like, I'm trying to explain this as best I can. I'm not really explaining it very well. Basically, say there's a 10-year-old who's playing Call of Duty. He's not great. He's got like a 0.3 KD. He never wins many gunfights. If he does, he catches his opponent off guard. And he gets, or she gets, the MX Garand. Just because they have the MX Garand doesn't mean they're going to perform well with it. Ignore these snipes. I'm absolutely... Oh, there'll be snipes in a bit interesting more than they're wank. But yeah, just because they have the MX Garand does not mean they're going to be good with it. However, you give the MX Garand to Optic Scumpy, and he drops Ruthlesses, Mercilesses, Relentlesses. He just goes insane. He goes ham. There's a complete difference. It's not the type of gun, the damage that the gun does, how well the gun performs. It's who uses the gun. This guy's absolutely wank. But it's who uses the gun, how you use the gun. It's completely different when you, like, if you're bad, you're not going to do good with the guns. If you're good, you're going to do sick. Which is why you see all the pros buying the COD points trying to get these guns, because they're good enough to use them. However, the guns themselves, they could be questioned as not exactly the greatest shooter. I had at least 5 hit markers and I was at pretty close range. But there's not really much I can talk about. I bet I'm going to watch this back and I'm just going to see myself doing some random babble. But yeah, it all makes sense in my head as I'm saying it, but I guess when I'm watching it back it's not going to make much more sense. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. This is just me talking about the HG40 altogether. Just saying, it's not really unbuffable. It just depends on who uses the gun and how they use the gun. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I'll see you later.